The medical bay didn't look like a place where mistakes were allowed to exist. Everything had edges, clean, sharp, intentional. Stainless steel trays aligned with quiet precision. Monitors hummed in low, controlled rhythms. Even the air felt regulated, filtered through layers of protocol and expectation. It was a military facility, but not one most people ever saw. No insignias on the walls, no flags, just coded doors, restricted access panels, and personnel who moved with a purpose that didn't invite questions. Lieutenant Marcus Hale stood near the central station, reviewing a digital chart that hovered faintly against the dimmed screen. His posture was rigid, shoulders squared out of habit rather than awareness. He had the kind of presence that came from years inside structured command, decisive, efficient, and rarely challenged. Around him, the staff moved carefully, aware of rank even when it wasn't spoken aloud. Small glances, slight shifts in posture, the quiet acknowledgement of hierarchy that shaped every interaction in places like this. At the far end of the room, near one of the secured patient units, a nurse adjusted an IV line with steady hands. Her movements were precise, almost mechanical in their confidence. No wasted motion, no hesitation. She wore standard issue scrubs, nothing that stood out, no visible insignia beyond what protocol required. Her badge rested against her chest, partially obscured as she leaned forward to check the patient's vitals. Most people didn't look twice at her. That was part of the design. She didn't speak unless necessary, didn't insert herself into conversations. But her presence wasn't passive. It was controlled, observant. Every sound, every shift in tone across the room seemed to register somewhere behind her calm expression. A soft, alert tone pulsed briefly from one of the monitors. Not urgent, not yet. Just enough to pull attention. Hale glanced up, eyes narrowing slightly as he scanned the room. His focus landed on the nurse almost immediately, not because she stood out, but because she didn't react the way the others did. No visible concern, no sudden movement, just a slight adjustment of the line, followed by a quick glance at the monitor that seemed deliberate. He stepped closer, boots quiet against the polished floor. The gap between rank and role was clear here. Officers issued direction. Medical staff followed protocol. There was an order to things, a system that worked because no one stepped outside of it. But something about her stillness didn't quite fit. The rest of the team operated with a subtle tension, an awareness of being watched, evaluated. She didn't carry that same weight. If anything, her focus seemed anchored somewhere DEI.